fanboys will look at this picture and say, Tom wasn't losing. It was a competitive 50-50 pick'em round. Don't be a fanboy. Throughout my lifetime as a fan in this sport, dating back since 2009, I've never really been a fanboy. I've always been sort of objective about things. And, like I was a George St. Pierre guy, right? I kind of was like, yeah, George is a little boring. Like, I'll give you that. Okay, I'm not going to fight and die on it. No, he's not boring. You must love the chess match. Like, no, bro. Like, all right. I do have more fun watching Anderson Silva fights and those finishes, you know what I mean? But I like George. I like what he stands for, what he represents, martial arts, good, righteousness. George St. Pierre, when he was fighting in MMA, 100%. He stood for peak performance. He stood for consistency. He stood for something. And that's why you latch on and you become a fan of a fighter. Conor McGregor stood for self-belief. And Tom Aspinall stood for some other things. In my opinion, he didn't stand for nothing. People were propping him up. Tom Aspinall is a victim of the hype machine, essentially. He's kind of like a Tommy Gunn, okay? If you know boxing. Tom Aspinall, he was getting beaten up. The game plan was not working. Surreal's was. And it was evident. And you all said, none of you said it was going to be a close fight. None of you said that Aspinall wasn't going to get the finish. You thought he was going to buzzsaw through him. Sub in the first round. Where was the grappling? And that leads me to my next point. Because of his feud with John Jones, because of your hatred for John Jones, he became the hope in your mind. He became the guy who's going to beat John. Oh my God, look what he just did to Sergey. Oh my God, he just knocked out Sergey Pavlovich. What could he do to John Jones? Like, guys, you think John Jones is going to bite down on his mouthpiece and go toe-to-toe with heavyweight Tom Aspinall? And who's going to back down first? You think that's how the fight's going to play out? Because it's not. That's how it played out with Sergey, because that's what Sergey wanted to do. But John Jones has some of the highest fight IQ there is, and John Jones is going to study this guy. You don't think John Jones knew how to handle Tom Aspinall? Really? Based off of what? Based off of Tom Aspinall's performance against Volkov? Really?